Well, here's an issue with our aftermarket fuel gauge, Randy.
In a shop on their acreage near Slater, 16-year-old Randy Wickman and his father Marvin are renovating a John Deere 4020 tractor. Randy hopes to represent the North Polk FFA chapter at the 2009 Iowa State Fair. Randy's first full-scale tractor project involved the repair of a 1940 John Deere A shown at the Polk County Fair in 2007. His second tractor was a 1967 John Deere 2510 exhibited last year at the 2008 Iowa State Fair. Randy won first place in the Modified Restored class.
They have two classes. You can a restored tractor in modified or restored tractor in original. And I had it in modified because I took a they had originally had a gas engine in it, and we took it apart and I put a diesel engine back in it, so that's what was modified. But the judges, they pretty much were looking for appearance of the tractor, my documentation on the tractor, and my knowledge on the tractor.
After their success at the State Fair, the Wickmans began looking for a John Deere 4020 to restore. At about the same time they purchased the 4020, along came another opportunity, a 1960 Farmall.
The neighbor that owns the 460 Farmall was real generous in wanting to support the FFA, and Randy and his restoration project is covering all the expenses on that, which he'll end up with the tractor in the end, but he'll have enough money invested in it for what the tractor is, but he'll know what it is too and know how it's done, and he's supporting the FFA as well. There's we go. We'll get the 4020, early 4020 with the lamp harness. Part of 91,000 with the diesel engine. That's the one we're working on.
The father and son team began work in January of 2009 and finished up in July. The goal was to show both tractors at the 2009 Iowa State Fair, with the Farmall in the Modified Restored class and the John Deere in the original Restored class. They logged between 800 and 1,000 hours of labor on both tractors, but the John Deere had special issues.
When we first bought the tractor, I bought it from the auction and bought it for $3,000, but it was missing so many cosmetic parts and sheet metal and wide front, and I think 3 days after we bought the tractor, we went to a junkyard, a tractor salvage yard, and we spent just as much money on just parts that needed as we did on the tractor. I just wanted to see what did it take to get it run, because we'd push, we didn't ever hear the thing run or anything, so I wanted to take a look at the engine and see what it looked like. So we tore it all apart, and the engine looked like it's been neglected. There was antifreeze in the oil, and the oil was like thick soup. It was all clumpy and didn't look too good. So I pulled the engine. I wanted to take a look at the clutch in it, so I took the engine out of it and saw the clutch, and we decided we needed a clutch for it too, and ring gear, and so the engine pretty much was completely gone through. Took the engine head to the machine shop, and they went through it with all new valve train, and pretty much rebuilt the engine.
Mechanical renovation is only a small part of the FFA project. Judges also look at outward appearance.
As far as painting goes, all the parts that we take off the tractor already have probably 2 or 3 layers of paint on it, and they got dents in it and rust. So you take all the parts piece by piece, and we took them the trailer load down to a guy I know, and he sandblasted everything. We took it back here, and I primed everything, all the parts that needed. This pretty much sealed the bare metal from rusting and keeping it from corrosion. And after everything was primed, we kind of went through everything and took out all the dents and dinks and whatever needed machined or fixed on it, and then gave it another coat of paint on top of that, and then assembled the whole tractor together and then painted the tractor again after it was assembled.
In addition to taking 2 finished tractors to the State Fair, Randy will need to have a log of his work in a project book with photos and written descriptions of his efforts.
The judges, they come up to me and interview me for about 10 to 15 minutes, and I tell them everything and anything they want to know about it. They pretty much ask me the story behind the tractor, what I started with, what I did to it, why I did this to it, or pretty much ask me any questions they want, and I answer to them. And I go through my record book that I made, and they pretty much figure out how much time and money I actually know about the tractor. So.
After winning Best of Class at the Polk County Fair with his 2 tractors, Randy is ready for the State Fair with these words of encouragement to others who may be exhibiting.
Both of these tractors, the Farmall and the Deere, I'm real happy with how they're turning out. And when you're finished with it, there might be other tractors that look nicer than yours or bigger than yours, but if you can look back on it and think that I couldn't really done anything else different on it, then as long as you can think that I tried my best, and that's what I ended up with.